Welcome to Venture CFO Podcast, the show that takes your business to the next level. I'm CFO Stan, and today we are talking about how to multiply your money with a business model canvas. Today, we are going to share a tool that will tell you how your business should shape in the future. See your business strategy and take immediate action in funding or grow more profit. You should find out where you should focus and how to multiply your sales and raise money. Let's get started. I know you are desperately need to find a way to see your money in the context of your business. You need to lay the cards on the table regarding your business as efficiently and as effectively as possible so that the investor are convinced that to invest in you is worthwhile. In the past, you would usually prepare a lengthy business plan. You thought it would be useful for your potential investor to see what you see. But what you hear from them, their response was painful. Despite your detailed explanation about your finance, investors said they still did not understand your point and show zero interest. It hurts you more when you saw them pushing your business plan aside within minutes of flipping it through. See things from their perspective. That is a major point you should always bear in mind when you aim to attract the right investor. Investors are exceptionally busy people or even big company, corporate, especially venture capitalists and private equity. You have to understand that they deal with a lot of investment proposals on day-to-day basis. And these people are just like you, in need of funding from these investors. This means in order to attract and convince them, you must stand out. How? Understand their mind. Put yourself in their shoes and make the decision-making process easier for them. The key is to be clear and straight to the point in your business plan. Forget about lengthy reports with graphs, spreadsheets, with numbers all over it. To investors, the longer your business plan gets, the faster and more time-consuming it is for them to review. Believe me, they will immediately lose interest the moment they realize how long your business plan is. Do not blame the investor for this. They know what they want to know. So it is your responsibility to keep things simple and straight to the point. It may sound crazy if I tell you the best way is to keep your business plan strictly into just one page. Yes, that's right, just one page that tells everything about your business. Quick for you to prepare, easy for investors to comprehend, and business coach to give spot on problem solving. Have the mindset of this as soon as possible. You are in the right place now, and you are one step closer to achieving this. I know an entrepreneur who struggles the way you do. This boss is a big retailer in a small town and has been making excellent money in the Spanish market. He sourced unique product to be imported and make all the decisions by himself. He knows the market. As a result, he managed to open 5 new retail stores located in different small towns. Okay, with this success, the boss see a golden opportunity for him to grow his business even further by making his retail business available online and to cover more population. With the entire plan already clearly outlined in the boss mind, he started to prepare a business plan to get additional funding for his business. He figured out it was the best for him to explain everything about his business and the plan to expand the business in detail, as he believed it will give investors a clearer picture of what he's trying to achieve. Therefore, his business plan was as thick as a novel. He managed to talk to few investors, but to his dismay, all the investors did not even bother to read his business plan. So this boss even tried to get agents, brokers to help him, but none of them are available to get him the right investor. Now, the boss realized something was wrong with his business plan. Thus, he made a few modifications here and there and used to help him to connect with others. He scaled down the preparation of the thickness of the business plan. Now he started to believe in business model canvas. He learned this and heard this from someone else long time ago, and he never believed that it's possible. So this is a plan that's only one page, and he finally get to prepare it with the help of a CFO because he is so determined to get funded. It did not work out well for him previously, but now he really thinks the BMC is the way to go. So what is BMC? BMC is business model canvas that is popular method of representing a number of variables that indicates the value of a business. Developed by Alexandra Osterwalder, a Swiss business model master. The BMC is a strategic management tool that could help you effectively communicate your business plan, represented in only one page. The BMC utilizes 9 fundamental building blocks that revolve around internal and external factors that affect the business plan. The left side of the canvas will represent internal value, whereas the right side focuses on the external value. The 9 fundamental building blocks are VP, CS, CR, CV, R, KP, KA, KR, and the last one is C. Let's look at it one by one. First, VP, value proposition. This represents how you could be distinguished from your competitors. In other words, it is your explanation of what unique products and services you could offer, letting customer segment gain value from you. This is determined by the quantity, for example, price or speed, and quality, the design, functionality, brand status of your product and services. Number 2, CS, customer segment. Now, customer segments are the target audience that you aim to offer value. Customers may exist in more than one group, and therefore they should be divided into several segments. These segments could be based on age, gender, geographical area, interest, and etc. Each segment will have specific needs and requirements, and this makes it easier for you to place your focus on how to attract your customers. According to segments, as a result, better customer selection could be attained, and this contributes to greater VP. Number 3, CR, customer relationship. Maintain a solid customer relationship with your business context plays an essential role for you to not only retain loyalty customers, but also attract the new one. Establish good interaction with your customers, such as being aware of their needs with personal assistance, or provide in-store demonstration on how you use your product. You could even create loyalty card. It's useful to get more customers come back to you. Besides analyzing customer purchasing behavior, anticipate each and every your customer needs. Use the information to establish a better relationship with them. Column number 4, channel distribution, the CD. You have VP in place, so via what channel will you deliver to them? This is where your customer comes into contact with your business and contribute to your revenue stream. You must have a reliable distribution and sales channel that will help you communicate your business to your target audience. The 5 stages of channel distribution include awareness of the product, purchase, delivery, evaluation, satisfaction, and lastly, after sales service. In this digitized era, the best channel to make yourself visible to your target audience is by combining offline and online, the physical store and also the web store. Number 5, the R means revenue. How does your business convert VP into financial gain? How would you need to earn so that your business even can break even? These are some of the things you have to consider in determining your revenue stream. You must have a clear revenue model for your business to identify the source of your revenue. It may be the sales of your product and services, or even though through subscription fee, lease income, rental income, licensing, and even advertising. Maximize your revenue stream as much as possible. This is the place you look at it carefully. Number 6 is key partners, KP. The people who help your business in gaining success. In the business world, it is important for you to establish alliance or expand your network with various external companies or even individuals. Your business cannot carry out all of these activities all by yourself, as you need external party to help you to deliver value to your customer. Okay, for instance, the most prominent example would be your supplier. Combine your knowledge and specialization with your partners so that both parties benefit from one another. Number 7, this block is KA, key activities. A business involves a combination of core activities so that it achieves its VP for its customers. Right? It is not only being able to sell your product and services, but you must consider how you solve problems, the quality of your product and services, and even networking. You need to know what KA add value for your customer, which in turn will develop a healthier relationship with your existing customer. Number 8, this block is KR, key resources. Running your operation effectively requires a wide variation of resources, be it physical, intellectual, finance, or even human resource. In other words, these are the major inputs you need so that your key activity could be carried out to create your VP. Physical resources are your assets, such as machinery, business equipment. Intellectual resources represent your knowledge, brands, and patents. Financial resources are rather straightforward. The flow of funds, the source of income. Okay. Lastly, the human resource represent your people, your talent, the employee, the key employee. The last one of the BMC block is C, cost. You must take into account every single cost associated with the purpose of operating your business. Place emphasis on the cost of creating and delivering your VP, the cost of creating R, the cost of maintaining CR. This would be clearly set out once you have clearly identified the component of KP, KA, and KR. It is up to you to decide if your business is cost-driven. For example, focus on minimized costs, or is value-driven. Let's say, focus on giving customer maximum value. This is all you can find within a BMC. Okay, with this BMC graphic here, those who are listening to the podcast, you can download. The image is available. Okay. You could clearly visualize the exchange of value between your business and your client. The business is internal and your client is external. You provide investors with a comprehensive overview of your business plan and eliminate all unnecessary information that is least of their interest. They only know what they want to know. Okay, it is not only easy to refer to it, but it's also effortlessly understandable. Therefore, it is a perfect tool for you to inform the investor of your business strategy and use it to raise funds for your business. Moreover, it's also a perfect tool for you to plan with your business coach, your top management team, to strategize to find out which way to increase revenue and increase profit. I will tell you a bit later after you listening through. Now, you have understood all the 9 fundamental building blocks of the BMC. You shall learn how to create your own BMC by answering a series of questions in relation to all 9 elements and subsequently perform some simple calculation to identify the value of your business. This is called BMC elicitation process. Okay, let's start with the VP. Okay, there's 4 questions you can ask. What values do you deliver to your customer? Second, which one of your customer problems are you helping to solve? What bundles of product and service are you offering to each customer segment? Which customer needs are you satisfying? Hey, good question. As you are able to answer it, fill up the block, this column, it will help you a lot. Okay, in the CS building block, ask these 4 questions. For whom you are creating value? Who are your most important customer? What specifically is your customer background? Categories them into segments like, for example, age, group, occupation, interest, and demographic. Okay, CR. You ask 5 questions. 1. What types of relationship does each of your customer have with you? Segment you expect to establish and maintain with them. Which one have we established? How are they integrated with the test of your business model? How costly are they? Okay, CD. 4 questions you can ask. Through which channel do your customer segment want to be reached? How are you reaching them now? How are you contribution channel integrated? Which one work best? Which one are the most cost efficient? How are you integrating them with customer routine? R. Revenue. You can ask these 5 questions. What value are your customer really willing to pay? What they really currently paying? How are they currently paying? How much they prefer to pay? How much does each revenue stream contribute to overall revenue? Good question, right? Now, KP, 4 questions. Who are your key partners? Who are your key suppliers? Which key resources are you acquiring from partners? Which key activities do partners perform? KA, 4 questions to ask. What key activities do your value proposition require? What key activities do you do to distribute the channel? What key activities do you do to maintain your customer relationship? What key activities do you do to streamline revenue? KR, 4 questions to ask. What key resources do your proposition require? What key resources do you do to distribute channel? What key resources do you do to maintain customer relationship? What key resources do you do to streamline revenue? Exactly the same with KA. Now, C, cost. What are the most important costs inherent in your business model? Which key resources are most expensive? And which key activities are most expensive? Right. Once you have this question answered by yourself, you can lay down in these 9 building blocks and you are ready to go. Like what you hear so far, make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Write to me if you have any questions so far, or you want to share a story or corroborate. Do reach out to me and my team. Now back to the show. After fill up the answers, now you need to perform the following calculation. 3 perspectives as to explore more money. Okay, bear with me now. Customer segment perspective. Okay, this is where value explore perspective and revenue stream perspective. So the formula look like this. All right, is you determine the R2. R2 means additional revenue. How you do that? Identify your first VP times multiply with your CS2. Got it? In vice versa, you can identify R2 means additional revenue by identifying what is your VP2 times your CS1. Simpler as that. Means create a value by provide to different kind of customers. Yeah, this formula will explain it all. Okay, next one will be identify running costs for new value created. Okay, once you create a new value, it might cost you. So, in order to identify that, you have C2, new cost. So what are the new costs? What is the C2? The C2 is equal to KP2 plus KR2 plus KR2. So the whole cost that help you to create a new value might have KP2, might have KR2 or KR2. So you need to identify that. So whether does it cost you to create new value? Okay. Another one is one-time cost need to create value. The initial cost. So the initial cost is all the C that you can find, the new C there, C plus CR plus CD plus KA plus KR. So this is your internal. You need to find out, is there any cost when you create a new value? Okay. So what happens if there is really a cost there? Take off with investment you need with smart investor. So your initial cost could be a new investment. It's a new capital. It means V times S. So what that means? It means that you can create a value for your company and times it with the share of your company. So initial own money from investor dilute the percentage of the new share to your company valuation. V is valuation, S is the new share. So you dilute certain percentage of your share to raise fund to create more value to your company. That's it. That is how you look at your BMC. Okay, at the end of this process, you shall have your own personalized BMC. Use this constantly to prove to investor that your business model is thoroughly planned out and watch the magic happen. The investor will show interest in no time. As for business coaches, BMC can be used further for solving problems by invoking lateral thinking of a boss. Okay, the term lateral thinking was first used by Albert Bono. Let's see how we're going to use that. Okay, how to use BMC for problem solving. You need to ask the boss to think by chunking up one level, chunk sideways or chunk down if necessary, and repeat the process 3 to 6 times until they got the answer consistently. Alright? So how are you going to do it? There is a context. The context is for what purpose your business. So when you point to this block and the content, you ask for what purpose. And then what is the example of that? Okay? And then specifically for that. So by repeating this kind of question, you are trying to involve thinking. So let me give you an example. Example of solving problem of just VP, okay? In this block of VP. In the context of VP, and for what purpose? So we chunk it up. What is the example of this? Chunk lateral to help him to think anything else. What is the example for that? Okay. What is your intention to have, say, do to build this value proposition? Chunk it up again. For what example of this? So you chunk lateral. So the boss will try to think of the question that you ask. And then you can chunk down if you can, if you want to. What specifically caused you to have to do to build this value proposition? So this script repeatedly above at least 3 times to loop your lateral thinking to solve the problem for each of the 9 building blocks of the BMC. Then you can have perfect problem solving strategy, the answer from the boss itself. Okay, you finally have your entire BMC visualized on one page on a sheet of paper. Perfect. But what are you doing this for all the sake of convincing investor? What other could use, I find, with this BMC? It consumes so much of my time preparing it. Well, good news for you. Obtaining funds is not only the purpose of BMC. You can use BMC to plan out your blue ocean strategy. That's right, blue ocean strategy. Having a BMC in place is the number 1 step of your blue ocean strategy illustration. you might want to check it out in my website. I have Blue Ocean Strategy Station as this link. All right. Yes. The BMC doesn't serve more than one purpose. Just use it where you seem useful. And it's very informative one-page overview. Okay. So the BMC is the best used when you are pitching to your investor. I mostly use the BMC to help SME boss and with strategy planning and raising fund. With BMC, I also help entrepreneurial of fresh startup to make their ideas reality and more solid by having sufficient fund, and all of them show very positive results. You might think that BMC is strictly for business purpose. Well, in fact, it could be implemented in individual department or unit of a business, even as a model to plan for individual person model as well. Mobilize, understand, design, implement, and manage. The BMC indeed is a perfect virtual aid to facilitate creativity and communication. After drawing out that boss, BMC, he realized that he had a lot of money on his table he did not see because he was living on a tree. He could now see the whole forest as a big picture. Now, the CFO that together worked with him prepared the BMC to replace his take like a novel business plan. After finalizing, he saw all the money he had. Turns out, immediately funding was not his first thing need to be done. He found out how to offer to his existing loyal customer with his key partner to discount good dropship shipment, to grow his immediate funds, to turn into extra profit. He managed to make his retail business go online with key partners with no sweat at all. Following that, this boss has more idea than before, and he no longer use a big business plan to get investor. Now, BMC is now his most valuable friend. All right, he used BMC to raise funds, to strategize. Yes, he got it successfully. You might want to try it. Okay, thanks for joining us this week on Venture CFO. Make sure you visit our website www.cfostand.com, where you can hit the subscribe button below so you will never miss the show. While you are here, if you found value in this show, we appreciate a rating. Or if you simply tell a friend about the show, that will help us too. If you like the show, you might want to check out our book, Next Level Boss, The Secret. CFO Stand is available for private coaching. Thank you.